There's an article in Reuters today about how the big banks are responding to Elizabeth Warren and the possibility of her running for president. And long story short, this validates everything that we've been saying about corruption and legalized bribery in our politics. They say the following, quote, "Big Wall Street banks are so upset with U.S. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren's call for them to be broken up that some have discussed withholding campaign donations to Senate Democrats in symbolic protest." Okay, pause. They're so butthurt and so scared of Elizabeth Warren that not only are they saying, hey, we're of course never going to give any money to Elizabeth Warren for her campaign, we're not going to give money to all of the Senate Democrats because of Elizabeth Warren. So what are they doing here? Think about it. They're trying to get the rest of the party to buck her into line. Say, heel, stop. Don't you dare go after these people who are our friends and give us all the money. This is how the system works. Don't you understand it? Oh, it's so fascinating how this system functions, man. And it's so fucked up how this system functions. And it gets at the heart of one of the things we talk about time and time again, that it almost doesn't matter how good your intentions are. Most people are just going to be beaten down by the system, and eventually they give in to the corruption and the legalized bribery because everybody's doing it. You know the thing you say in high school and you're smoking weed and parents catch you or some shit, it's all right, ma, everybody's doing it. Well, it's like that with corruption and money in politics in Washington. The idea is even people who mean well and go to Washington to do good, they get there and they realize, oh, wait, we don't actually have a democracy here. We have an oligarchy. We have a kleptocracy. All right, I guess I got to sell out like everybody else just to try to get reelected the next time around. And they notice it. They see it in Elizabeth Warren that, oh, she's not fucking around. Oh, my God. She really cares about the American people. Oh, God, she really cares about democracy. This is horrible. Quick, destroy the entire party to try to get her to fall in line. What a fascinating story this is. They say, quote, "Representatives from Citigroup, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of America have met to discuss ways to urge Democrats, including Elizabeth Warren and Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown, to soften their party's tone toward Wall Street," sources familiar with the discussion said this week. They're not done yet. They say, quote, "Citigroup has decided to withhold donations for now to the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee over concerns that Senate Democrats could give Warren and lawmakers who share her views more power." God, they're flaunting their corruption in our face. They're saying, oh, you want this money here? Oh, well then never let Elizabeth Warren get any position of power anywhere. Not on a committee, not on a subcommittee, not in any government agency to do regulation, nowhere ever. And then if you don't do that, sure, we'll give you the money. Be a good little doggy. Are you being a good little doggy? Okay, fall in line, my little bitch. I bought and own you. Who's daddy's little corporate whore? You are. Yes, you are. They say JP Morgan representatives have met Democratic Party officials to emphasize the connection between its annual contribution and the need for a friendlier attitude toward the banks. In past years, the bank has given its donation in one lump sum, but this year has so far donated only a third of the amount. Wow. Now, again, I want to be clear about this. This is not a story that we're doing from Daily Kos. This is not some uber liberal blog that we're talking about here. Reuters is reporting on this, and they're like, yeah, our system is basically fucked. I mean, look at what's happening here. A law isn't going to do it, because a law can just be changed from one administration to another, or it could just be ignored. Like, we have anti-monopoly laws on the books that are just ignored at this point. So a law is not good enough. A constitutional amendment is what you have to do, and you have to mandate clean elections by law and make it so that no politician in America can take any private money. If you run for office, you're allotted a certain amount of public funds, everybody gets the same, and then when you run, you actually have a battle of ideas and not a battle of dueling donors. Who can raise the most money, who can sell themselves out the most, who can get their name out there the most because of that, and then who wins. Remember, it's over 90% of the time that, especially in Congress, the person that raises the most money wins. That's not the system that we want. That's not the system that we need. That's not a system that works. That's not a system that's democratic. The answer is to do the Wolfpack Amendment, get clean elections, end corporate personhood, and then finally get to a place where our government represents us again.